These are all numbered. Short needles. They have a point on both ends. They're used for making stockings and mittens. They're approximately 6 inches long. And the next are 10 inches long. They have a bulge on the end, sharp point on the other end. And these are for making straight pieces that you don't have to have it combined. These are 14 inches, again, with a stopper on the end and a point on the other end. And these are for making afghans or sweaters that have a lot of stitches on them. So, this is a stitch counter. The double-pointed needles have no numbers on them, so when you put them down through there, it'll tell you what number, what size needles they are. This, if you make a little swatch of what you're knitting, you can measure it in here to see if it's coming out to the right amount of stitches per inch that it calls for. Then we have a stitch counter here that we put on the needle, and as we do a row we turn it to the next number. Keep track of the stitches. Need a tape measure to measure what you're doing, to measure, see if you've got enough rows or stitches per inch that it calls for in the pattern. These are sewing needles to sew up your sweaters, the sleeves, side pieces, or even slippers or things like that. These are cable needles that you use. We'll show you in a minute here how to make a cable and use this instrument. There is some that are just long with a hump in the middle. They work good. You should have a small pair of scissors for doing things. This is another row counter that goes on a round needle. As you do the rows, you move it up to the numbers. These are stitch markers. You put, if you're doing a pattern and it has a lot of stitches, you put these between the patterns so you know where you are.